Stood here 3 centuries, roots in glass, spines in bone, listening into the ground tell stories it never tells the sky. Tonight the dirt is busy, Mulliman march in quiet lines, helmets scraped from subway steel, maps etched in chalk and no prayers. They don't look up, they remember down. Their tunnels bloom like thoughts, crashing, collapsing, rerouting. Cities under cities, trading posts beneath gray, shovels ringing like temple bells. Something moves deeper. Not Mulliman, older scratches in the bedrock. The ground hums when it passes, even my roots flinch. From the divide they crawl, the tunnelers, pale prophets of pleasure. Teeth for stone, hands for hunger, following cracks like road signs. They don't migrate, they spread. Wasteland, this ice sinkholes just happen. Command says nothing just happens. I feel footsteps that never touch the surface. Here war is fought with picks and claws. Smell gun oil and damp leaking up through fault lines. Low ground shifting, don't stand still. When the earth decides it has a will, if the sand starts breathing slow, Comannder says you already know. Mulliman moving east tonight, tunnelers moving everywhere, and something else listening, counting heartbeats through the soil. This is only the first tremor. You ever notice how maps lie? They draw the land like it's finished, like the ground signed a treaty. It didn't. Below Casper's bones, old rail tunnels hum again. Pre-war freight lines, once meant for progress, now lined with fungus, lanterns and teeth marks. The Mulliman call it the long mile, a neutral road where no one fires first, and everyone fingers the trigger. Their cities glow soft and yellow, powered by jury-rigged reactors and stolen stars from vault ceilings. Children learn numbers by counting cave-ins. Elders tell stories of sunlight like it's a myth. Bend you if believed too hard. But the tunnelers don't listen to stories. They follow the divide scream, tracked it like a scent through stone. And Wyoming answered back every old missile silo, every deep buried secret, every bunker that was never meant to open. They knock from the inside. I feel them beneath Grable, chewing through ash and memory. I feel them near Thermopolis, where hot springs boil wrong now and the steam carries whispers that aren't steam. On the ground cracks twice in one night. That ain't pressure, that's a faith. The tunnels start learning names. You best believe the war's the same. Channel 9's been picking up echoes, radio signals bouncing where nowhere should be. Old Appalachia frequencies threading through the Rockies like veins. Someone or something is using the underground like a wire. The Mullerman noticed first. They always do. They've started sealing roots, flooding chambers, marking walls with symbols older than language. Do not deaf, do not listen, dear wait someone. But the tunnelers are answering anyway, with claws, with collapses, with silence, where cities used to be. I've sunk my roots deeper. I can feel a meeting coming, not on the surface, but far below, where the earth decides he gets to stay remembered. The third part won't be calm. The ground never is. Right before it breaks. You hear that? That ain't background noise. That's a broadcast digging. Toad Wyoming's voice, smooth, laughing, half crazy, has been bleeding into the fault lines. Every joke about ghosts, every rant about mugs whispering back, every blues note bent just a little wrong, the ground's been tuning itself to him. Radio waves don't stop at dirt. They sink. Deep below, lander, old listening stations wake up. Pre-war antenna drilled straight into bedrock, meant to hear enemy silos blink. Now they hum when Toad goes alive, reactors clicking like teeth, as if something underneath finally learned a name. When the DJ laughs at midnight and the stone laughs just the same, that ain't only signal. That's the world answering your name. The Mulliman stopped moving first. They pressed ears to walls, felt jazz rhythms crawling through limestone, felt a presence not digging but listening. Then the tunnelers changed, less wild, more focused. They stopped tearing randomly and started collapsing. Specific places, relay towers, repeater hills, anywhere Toad's voice came through too clear. Like they were afraid of what was learning him. I traced it. The eldritch signal you all whisper about, not a god, not yet. It's a pattern, a shape and sound, older than Wyoming, older than Appalachia, something that only exists when enough voices tell the same story long enough. And Toad tells stories better than anyone. The minor shift hit last night. No earthquakes, no sirens, just wrongness. Radios across the waste now drift. If left unattended, dials slide on their own. Static sometimes hums in swing tempo. And once per night, frequency drops dead silent for exactly 9 seconds before Todd Wyoming's laugh crackles through, even if he isn't podcasting. The Mulliman call it the listening hour. The tunnelers avoid it. Animals go still, and the ground leans in. This isn't the end, just a retuning. The Wyoming waste didn't break, they changed key. Commander Prickleton, still listening, still rooted, hoping the next song doesn't finish the chorus.